on this, but regardless, hello.
Let's begin, shall we?
Hello. Hi. I have returned. How is everyone doing? It has been a whole week plus. How do I do this? Yeah, I am here. Brad's week was just meh. Yeah, yeah. It was really hot up in the Northeast this week, wasn't it? This past week? Question mark? May or may not have been, I don't remember. Yeah. Alright. Let's see if I remember how to do any of the things. Let's start off with our movie puzzle. We'll see how it goes. We got 10 minutes on the clock. Got to figure out the actor name based on the movie, the role, the quote, or when they won an Academy Award. So let's go. It's one short of, so it's not Brie Larson. So it's kind of useless. Uh, Joking. So LA Confidential might be. Okay, it's not Guy Pearce. So who else was in that? Guy Pearce, Russell Crowe, Danny DeVito. That creep I don't want to say. Oh, Kim Basinger. Stressed F out, took the week off this week, and it's not helping. Aw. That's too bad. How was the vacation? Naughty Dog. Hi, hello, welcome in. It was great. I did not want to come back from vacation. I think everyone here is in the Discord. I posted all the, or some of the pictures and stuff that I took from vacation. It was fun. I enjoyed being outside, which I usually don't. Mainly because, like, the weather was really nice. We got very lucky with that. Okay, focus. Who is in Spider-Man 3? So Tobey Maguire, Kirsten Dunst, James Franco, Topher Grace, J.K. Simmons. Oh, is this Elizabeth Banks again? No, it's one letter off. Thomas Hayden Church was in it. Bryce Dallas Howard. I don't know. We'll have to come back to that one. Maybe. MASH, 1970. So it's not Donald Sutherland, so... Is it Alan Alda? No, he was in that. He was in Catch-22. We'll be coming back to that one too. Back to the Future Part 2. So who do we have in that? Michael J. Fox, Elizabeth Shue, Christopher Lloyd, and some other people? I don't know. First name's gonna be rough, but at least we have the first letter, so it's probably something like Kate. It's my initial instinct. We have an Oscar winner from 1986. A long time ago. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Let's see, we have Emma Watson, Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, and it's none of those. Alan Rickman, it's not. William Hurt for 1986 Oscar. It fits. May very well be. Alright, Hawkeye. Jeremy Renner. He won Kiss of the Spider-Woman. William was hurting for an Oscar for... Yes. Yeah. I got those two backwards, but yeah. Thank you, Major. Young Charles Xavier. It's going to be James McAvoy. Yeah, it's been a while. Rad's dad joke made you cancel your internet service. Oh, your next dad joke's gonna be... Oh, it's MCA. Okay. It doesn't matter. We used neither first, but... A... So I had all the right letters, just not quite the right sequence. Alright. I'm pretty sure it's Kate Winslet. Moving on. I like how you spell it better. Dyslexics unite! Winstead? The only Winstead I know would be like Mary Elizabeth, but... Not what that said, buddy. I don't know what's happening. Alright. Boogie Nights. Let's see. Mark Wahlberg, no. Heather Graham? Nope. Philip Seymour Hoffman was in that. Burt Reynolds. Yeah, Kate Winslet was in the Titanic. Yeah, I know. Maybe if you said Unite, he would have read Untie. Yeah, yeah. Have I mentioned I'm tired? I'm very tired. Boogie Nights, the game. The only person I remember from the game is Michael Douglas, and 4 and 4 is not that. And JFK. GG's. It was Elizabeth Banks for Spider-Man 3. Drink some coffee. You still have 23 hours for it. No, I do not. We have 1 hour and 51 minutes, if I can make it that long. Alright, so for Spider-Man 3, we have Elizabeth Banks, which I said, but I must have miscounted because I did not think that's what it would be. MASH, we have Robert Duvall was in MASH. Okay. Now we know for next time. Back to the Future Part 2, Billy Zane was in it. Alright. Okay, so we had Ray Fiennes for Harry Potter's and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Alfred Molina for Boogie Nights. Oh, so I just streamed for 2 hours and I put Upwards on stream for 22 hours. Okay. Yeah, MASH was a movie before it was a TV show. Yes. The game. Oh, Sean Penn played his brother? Question mark, possibly. And then JFK, Kevin Costner, he played the lead, which was not actually John F. Kennedy, but yeah. 1 hour, then 22, then another one. So that would be 1 hour would take me to 6, my time. And then 22 hours would be tomorrow at 4 to 5. See, but I'm usually driving home at that time, so I don't know if that would work. Basically a really long food break. And I have other game night tomorrow night, and I gotta try to get back in my workout schedule tomorrow night. So I don't know if that would work great. I could do 2 hours now and then leave upwards on stream for 22 hours. But I'd leave it up and go do other stuff, so it would be up to stream to have to keep it going. Or else I'd just have to check back every now and then to restart it. Just say you hate us. But Rad, I don't hate you. Other people, yes. But not you all. Not the Fitty fam. I don't think JFK had an actor who played JFK in it. I don't believe so either. We can check. Oh, Gary Oldman was in it too. Okay, Gary Oldman played Lee Harvey Oswald. Oh, you don't hate me. That is not what I said. Cast in credits order, verified as complete. Okay. So they had someone play a double of John F. Kennedy, I'm guessing for the other shots that they used. So they had a double for Kennedy. And then they had family and archive footage of John F. Kennedy in the family. Got it. Nobody hates Naughty like I. I know it. It wasn't. I've missed hanging out with chat. All right. Yeah, I have no idea where we left off, so we just have scene 28, but I think we were like halfway through it. But we'll go back to the start and try to figure out where we are, what's happening, and what we need to do. Okay, okay. I remember this much. We had Margaret trying to find Helene. She went to Bryn, who cast a spell that gave her a location in the Appalachian Mountains. Margaret treks through the Appalachian Mountains, and she finds an illusion spell. And as she realizes it's an illusion, a bunch of witches cast a spell on her. And then we pick up with her in the outpost where we introduce Serafina. Yeah, well, let's pick up here. Alright, we are at scene 28. I know we've gone through the start of this, but I don't remember where we left off, like I said, so we'll just pick up at the start. Hopefully we move through it pretty quickly, and then we can keep moving on. So that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. Alright, interior Dianic Witch Outpost later. 1681. Within the wooden structure, illuminated by torches. That needs to be comma out. Within the wooden structure, illuminated by torches, Margaret's eyes snap open, discovering Seraphina, sitting on a bench made of stone. Should it just be a stone bench? Sitting on a stone bench, surrounded by a group of Dianic witches. Seraphina is in her mid-30s, Italian with long curly black hair, matriarch of the Dianic witches, a group sworn to fight oppression. All of the Dianic witches are dressed in purple robes. All the Dianic witches wear purple robes? All the Dianic witches wear purple robes. Seraphina looks over Margaret, critical. And who might you be? Margaret's eyes scan the witches. Helene isn't among them. Margaret. I could ask you the same thing. Seraphina. You do not look like a hunter. Dianic Witch one. She could be working for them. Do I need to expand on that at all? Because this is going to be kind of important when we get to the end, because Bryn has been working for them. Or do we just leave it as what seems like a throwaway line, but is more important than people realize? We'll think about it. It's a callback to the other witch being a traitor. Correct. I just don't know if I need to expand on it. Like, they've had other interactions with witches defecting and working for the hunters, or if just having that is enough for that. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm asking, if we need another line about another witch who might have defected or something like that. And that's why they're reticent of outside witches. Yeah, we could expand on it. So right now we'll just leave it. Scene 28. Expand on let's copy that. The hunters are all males. Why would she mention her not looking like a hunter? I think that's her. How do I explain this? She's stating the obvious, right? As a way to kind of, as a way of beginning to question Margaret. And by mentioning the hunter, she's also kind of watching Margaret to see if Margaret has any kind of reaction to the word. Your mom looks like a hunter. I don't know. Okay. Okay. We'll leave that as something I'll think about. That's what Peggy should say back. Oh, you mean Margaret? Yeah. I don't know how prevalent your mom jokes were in 1681, Rad. So we kind of have that action beat here. I mean, we could just put that before the Dianic Witch responds. I bet they were very prevalent. They might have been. I mean, we don't know. Yeah, so we can just... Seraphina looks to Margaret. So then expectant probably becomes... needs to be a different word. Something along the lines of like examining. TLBG. Hi, hello. What's up? How's it going? So we'll say assessing. Alright, so Seraphina, you do not look like a hunter. Seraphina looks over Margaret. Assessing. Margaret remains silent. Dianic Witch 1. She could be working for them. Dianic Witch 2. She has no other reason to be out here. Dianic Witch 3. If we let her go, she could tell anyone where we are. Ruin everything. Seraphina. Tell me, what were you doing? What were you doing? Out there, all alone. Shakespeare literally wrote a mom. I believe it. Seraphina, tell me, what were you doing out there, all alone? Margaret, hesitant. I was looking for someone. Seraphina, you were looking for Helene. Taken aback, Margaret nods. Seraphina ponders. Yo mama so old Shakespeare wrote a yo mama jokes about her. Yep. Dianic Witch 1. Helene would never betray our location. How's the screenplay going? It's going. I just got back from vacation a few days ago, so we are picking up and continuing to edit. Think just saying us. Helene would never betray us. Margaret pleading. I have to find her. Serafina. How do you know Helene? Margaret. I knew her a long time ago. In a galaxy far, far... No. Serafina's suspicion is all but confirmed. Helene doesn't speak of her past before... You know what she is. What we all are, right? Margaret, hesitant. She wouldn't be so forthcoming in saying she's a witch. So I think we take out same as me and just have it be a witch. Curious, the Dianic witches look to one another. Serafina shifts, intrigued. Serafina. So it was you. Okay, so if she doesn't come out and say she's a witch, then Serafina's response needs to be changed just a little bit here. Rad. That's amazing. Uh... Margaret hesitant. She's a witch. Curious that Dianic witches look to one another. Serafina shifts, intrigued. In conclusion, Margaret would totally say, your mom looks like a hunter. uh... Yeah, I have no response, Rad. Wouldn't they be thine mother jokes? I mean, what he posted, it does say thy mother. So, Major's definitely onto something. And so Serafina, she's the one, we'll see the scene later when we're retelling this portion of the story from Helene's point of view, but Serafina knows that a witch was using a tracking spell to try to find Helene, so she knows. So she assumes. She knows tracking spell is being used, and she's going to assume in this moment that it's Margaret who did it. Thine mother is so unintelligent, she would be associated with the cavemen. And that wouldn't be a question, that would be a statement. And so are you. That's how you found us. That's how you came to be here. Seeing no reason to mention Bryn, Margaret nods. Seraphina, you know what we are, but do you know who we are? Margaret shakes her head. Margaret shakes head. I just want to find Helene. Thine matron jokes. Yep. Alright. Margaret shakes her head. I just want to find Helene. I'm just trying to find Helene. Seraphina. We are daughters of the goddess Diana. We have fought against the oppression of all witches for centuries, the old world and the new. CNT URAS. Centuries, we have all witches, the old world and the new. We are daughters of the goddess Diana. For centuries we have fought against the oppression. Why does that sound weird? We are daughters of the goddess Diana. For centuries we have fought against the oppression of all witches in the old world and the new. Margaret looks to Seraphina, unsure of why she's telling her this. Correct. Yeah, she definitely redirects it here. I don't feel like we need to... Yeah. You could help us in this fight. You could help us in this fight. Help us save witches. It's not my fight. Seraphina responds, it's Helene's. Margaret, if you just... Seraphina, no. If you want information, it will come at a price. Margaret, what do you want from me? Seraphina, it's simple. You help me, we help you. You help us, we help you. Margaret. With what? Okay, so we are daughters of the goddess Diana. For centuries we have fought against the hunter's oppression of all witches in the old world and the new. Okay, now we've established the hunters were back in the old world and they're in the new world. You could help us in this fight. Help us save witches. Margaret, it's not my fight. It's Helene's. If you just... No. If you want information, it will come at a price. What do you want from me? It's simple. You help us, we help you. Margaret, with what? Margaret, reluctant. With what? Seraphina. The hunters are transporting a convoy. We received information that in one of their wagons will be a group of witches they've captured. Margaret, captured? Seraphina, if we have the chance to free them, possibly strengthen our numbers. No. Oh. And we have a chance to free them, possibly strengthen our numbers, and hurt the hunters. Lorenzo! Hi, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? Okay, let's go back up to the top of this. The hunters are transporting a convoy. The hunters are transporting a convoy. Okay, yeah, we just need to clear this out. Oh, the hunters are transporting a convoy of... The hunters are transporting a convoy of witches they've captured. Hunters transporting a convoy of captured witches. Witches they've captured, I like better. And then Margaret as captured because that's new for the hunters. Up to this point, what we've seen with Helene is that they capture the witches and they burn them as quickly as possible. So them capturing them is unusual. I feel like this goes... We have a chance to free them. The hunters are transporting a convoy of witches they've captured. Alright, let's... their path... Chance to free them. feel like Margaret would be more reluctant with there. Why did it like triple the number of parentheses we have? We don't need that many. There we go. So, it's simple. You help us, we help you. Margaret. With what? Seraphina. The hunters are transporting a convoy of witches they've captured. Margaret. Captured? Seraphina. Their path leads through these mountains. She's going to be much more confident about it. We're going to free them. Their path leads through these mountains. We're going to free them. Margaret, reluctant. What would I have to do? Seraphina, we need a distraction. Something to halt the convoy so we can extricate them. Distraction, something. Or someone to halt the convoy. Need a distraction. Something or someone to halt the convoy. We need a distraction. Something or someone to hold the convoy long enough for us to extricate them. Need a distraction, someone. We'll say someone. We need a distraction, someone to halt the convoy without alarming the hunters. Diana Quitch too. Why would you tell her our plans? Seraphina. Seraphina doesn't respond. Margaret considers the offer. Her offer. Margaret shakes head. It's too dangerous. The hunters figure out what I'm doing. If the hunters figure out who I am, what I'm doing. Seraphina. I used the wrong than. Then I cannot tell you where Helene is. Alright, so we'll just put that in a parenthetical, get rid of that line. Maybe? Question mark? Okay, sorry. Kind of slowed down for a second there. Alright, so Margaret shakes head. It's too dangerous if the hunters figure out who I am, what I'm doing. Seraphina, disappointed. Then I cannot tell you where Helene is. Margaret, resolved. I'll find her, somehow. Seraphina, you may find her. One day. Seraphina stands. Unsettled, Margaret shrinks. I feel like we get rid of that and just Seraphina stands. Margaret shrinks. Precise, Seraphina moves her hands in exacting motion. Seraphina stands. Margaret shrinks. I don't like having these two lines both start with Seraphina, but I can't think of a better way to phrase it. I guess we could put it in a single phrase. So like Seraphina stands. Yo mama moves her hands. Yeah, I think that works better. Seraphina stands, moves her hands in a precise motion. Seraphina. You may find her one day. Standing, Seraphina moves her hands in a precise motion. Margaret shrinks. Seraphina. Oblivisky. I don't know. Some Latin thing. Margaret's eyes go blank. Seraphina. Prelap into the next scene. It's too bad you won't remember wanting to find her. I think we just clear that and just... It's less precise, but it's a cleaner phrasing. It's too bad you won't remember her. Yeah, I feel like... Yeah. Alright, we are in 1681 still. Exterior forest, night, 1681. Finding herself alone in the forest, Margaret looks around, unsure of how she came to be there. We use unsure a lot. We'll use uncertain. Change it up a bit. I remember yo mama though. Finding herself alone in the forest. Finding herself alone, surrounded by trees, Margaret searches. Yeah, we need to change that. Uncertain of how she came to be there. You member? I member. You member. Pondering. She tries to remember, but can't. Feeling the chill of the night air, she sets off, wandering. Alright. Exterior forest, night, 1681. Finding herself alone, surrounded by trees, Margaret searches, uncertain of how she came to be there. Pondering, she tries to remember, but can't. Feeling the chill of the night air, she sets off, wandering through the darkness. I think that works. Alright, so we are jumping back to the colonial settlement, which is 1627, I believe. I think. Possibly. That seems right. Yeah, we're close enough to break time that I think we'll break here, and then, because we're kind of into a new sequence, going back and picking up with Helene over some of the stuff. So I think we'll take a quick break here, play some words on stream for anyone who would like to participate, and then pick it up on the other side. So that's the plan. I'm disappearing. Words on stream reappearing. Alright. Y'all know how this goes. The letters show up on the screen. You type in the words. Have to wait for the little lock on the timer. Pick up your mama on the other side. I don't know. Yeah. Have fun. Do good. I'll be back soon. Naughty Dog in the fucking timer. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm back.
Swooped in at the last second to save it, get us the perfect. GG's, everyone. Alright, we hit perfect with the second one. Rad, you got a perfect score. Excellent work. Do you want to do one more round? Or do we want to get back to editing? You have 20 seconds. Only one? We will go as long as we stay perfect. How about that? All right. There is a fake letter in this one. So it might be the R. No, not the R. The I? Yeah, the I is fake. The I is fake, Rad. The I is fake, Naughty Dog. I've done it before. Not. Now all I can see in the letters is ice cream, and I know that's not it. Ah, rip. Well, we were doing good up until I started playing. Still, GG's everyone. F in the chat. Yeah, we failed. It's because we didn't have Major here. She's too busy trying to survive all the sweats in Fortnite. But yeah, Naughty Dog with the gold, Rad with the silver. I helped some with the bronze. It's so sweaty. I believe it. Yeah, it was quite sweaty earlier when we played. Yeah, the friggin' 12-year-olds, man. They just ruin it for everyone. You ruined it with the perp. Oh, yeah. Major would have saved us, yes. We skipped 2 levels. We usually always hit the fake letter one on the third if we do it, I think. Alright. Let's get back into it. We are at the bottom of page 24, so we are getting close to about a quarter of the way through our edits, so well done, everyone. Alright, so we have Margaret now has lost her memory of Helene and is wandering through the forest. So we are jumping back in time and picking up with Would this be a flashback? No, because we are... No. I'm going to say no. The argument could be made for yes, but I don't feel like we need it because we're saying it in the title and it'll become clear what we're picking up pretty quickly. All right. Exterior, Colonial Settlement Square, dawn. I want to make sure this matches our scene heading from earlier, so I'm just going to scroll up. Settlement Square. No, skip too far ahead. Way too far ahead. So we just have to say Settlement Square, dawn. 1627. So I feel like we don't need it to use as. So the sun rises over the horizon. The settlement is quiet, still. That should be a period. Then capitalize the. The sun rises over the horizon. The settlement is quiet, still. Townsfolk are all still in their homes. Sun rises over the horizon of those skies. So do I need to keep the townsfolk are all still in their homes? Because that's just something we're not seeing. Whereas I could just say vacant, and it would convey the same thing. Yeah, we can. Not a soul in sight. Yeah, something to that effect. So the sun rises over the horizon. The vacant square is quiet still. At the center lies a massive heap of ashes. The sun rises over the horizon. The vacant square is quiet still. At the center lies a massive heap of ashes. And it would be lies, because there's not, yeah. Human hand emerging from pilot. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, this is one of the scenes that I could visualize pretty clearly pretty early on. So when we got to this one, I was like, all right, I know what this looks like. I know what I want it, how I want it to look, and what the progression of actions is. All right, the sun rises over the horizon. Sun rises over the horizon, illuminating the vacant square. Yeah. Illuminating the vacant square. Quiet, still. No, that needs to go before that. Sun rises over the horizon, illuminating within the vacant square a massive heap of ashes. Sun rising over the horizons. Exactly. The ashes tremble. A hand emerges. Helene drags herself out. Sorry, that's how my brain works. No worries, Rad. Sun rises over the horizon, illuminating within the vacant square a massive heap of ashes. We need an extra comma there. I think that's where it needs to go. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's right. The way I always try to make sure that my commas are in the correct place is if you take out, usually, like if you have two separating up a sentence, if you just take out what's between the comma and read the sentence, it should still read as a proper sentence. So, the sun rises over the horizon, illuminating a massive heap of ashes. That's a proper sentence. So, the qualifier is what we're putting in the commas. Sun rises over the horizon, illuminating, within the vacant square, a massive heap of ashes. Yeah. The ashes tremble. Nitpicky science guy Naughty wants to say you might want to add something magical to explain why she's still ashes. Just fire alone won't burn bone. Huh? She's not ashes. So, the ashes tremble, a hand emerges, Helene drags herself out, shaken, she looks herself over, unharmed but covered in soot. So she didn't actually burn. The ashes tremble, a hand emerges, Helene drags herself out. Shaken, she looks over herself. She looks over herself, unharmed but covered in soot. Yeah, we need to change one of those over. Shaken, she examines herself, unharmed but covered in soot. Bewildered, she... I feel like that should be searches. I think we used searches in previous scene, but that's fine. Whatevs. Yeah, Margaret searches. Bewildered Caesar. Got it, because you need like 2000 degree heat for like 4 hours to completely burn a human body. Yeah. Because for cremation, it needs to get that hot. But if someone's doing like a Viking funeral or something like that, it'll burn all the fleshy, meaty bits, but not the bones. Which is why we discover old bones from people that were um, not quite cremated back in the day. Alright. The ashes tremble, a hand emerges, Helene drags herself out. Shaken, she examines herself. Unharmed, but covered in soot. Bewildered, she searches her surroundings, remembering. Hearing footfalls near, Helene flees. Okay. 1627. Uh, Exterior, outskirts. Do we have it listed as colonial settlement anywhere in first part? Alright. We are at the bottom of page 24. Remember that, team. Garden. Grasslands. Beach. Forest. Beach. Alright, so we have Settlement Square. Settlement outskirts. So I think it needs to be settlement outskirts. Settlement outskirts. Moments later. Bottom of page 24. I appreciate it. Exterior, settlement outskirts. Moments later, 1627. Unsure of where she's going, Helene rushes away. Is there a better term for that? She's fleeing. She skedaddles. The mooses. Decamps, absconds, departs. Settlement without skirts. Exactly. Scampers seems decent. Buggers off. Sounds like something mariners would suggest. Just saying. Offers bugs. Unsure of where she's going, Helene scampers away. Finding an unattended dress hanging on a clothesline, Helene snatches it and throws it on. Throws it on is Bad phrasing from me. Scampers away twice. Ah, yeah. We'll change it. Finding an unattended dress hanging on a clothesline. Helene snatches it. And slides it on. Hastily slides into it. Change the whole thing so everyone scampers away. Yep. Everyone's just scampering away. Hasty, she buggers off to. Darts, sprints, bounds, yeah. Alright. Exterior, settlement outskirts, moments later. Unsure of where she's going. Helene scampers away. Finding an unattended dress. Yeah. Finding unattended clothes hanging along a finding unattended clothes hanging along a clothesline. Helene snatches a dress and slides it on. Hasty, she takes off too. Yeah. Because I was just imagining this in my head, because of the way it was written, it could have been interpreted as like there was just a dress on the clothesline. So I want to make it clear that there's just a bunch of clothes on the clothesline. She snatches a dress and then takes off. Yeah. 1, 6, 2, 7. Keeping our years going. Exterior takes off the dress. That comes later, Rad. Exterior. Well, that actually happened before, too. Anyway. Exterior, meadow, later, 1627. Out of sight of the settlement, Helene pauses, breathing heavy. Out of sight of the settlement. Helene pauses. Breathing heavy. Okay, this needs to be a period. Capitalize that. Out of sight of the settlement, Helene pauses. Breathing heavy, she looks over her surroundings. No one in sight. No one in sight. Hearing the trickle of his hearing. This needs to be hearing a stream trickle. Alright, because trickle is, yeah. To flow in a very thin stream or drop continuously. Hearing a stream trickle, Helene nears. Kneeling down. Yeah. Kneeling down. She runs her fingers through the water. Cupping her hands. She splashes the water across her face. Washing away the soot and ash. We have another hearing. But it is... There's not a better way of saying someone hears something than hearing. I guess we can just say, finding a stream, Helene nears, rather than her hearing it. So we have the hearing of the crunching of leaves later. Yeah. Finding a stream, Helene nears. Kneeling down, she runs her fingers through the water. Cupping her hand, she splashes the water across her face, washing away the soot and ash. Across her face. I know just splashing water wouldn't wash away the soot and ash, but she's beginning the process of washing her face. I feel like it's clear enough. Hearing the crunch of leaves, Helene pauses, searching. Splash, splash, she was taking a bath. This needs to be searches. Splish, splash. Dang it. I read what you actually typed that time, Rad, so that one wasn't on me. Although I do often misread what is typed. I will admit that I do that quite often. Hearing the crunch of leaves, Helene pauses, searches. Helene, shaky. Margaret? But no one replies. No one replies. Then a body tumbles to the ground on the opposite side of the stream. Serafina steps out. Mariners! Hi, hello. How's it going? How was the vacation? Vacation was great. I enjoyed being out and about. But I did also miss writing and hanging out with y'all. I am just very tired. This phrasing just seems... I was just playing a game with some Italian chefs. Nice. Okay, hold on a sec. Silence. Across the stream, a body tumbles to the ground. Serafina stands. We were doing some pasta parcel. I don't know what that is, but I hope you had fun. Pass the parcel. Pass the parcel. Okay. I hope that made you chuckle. I just feel like it emerges. I feel like that should work. Don't tell me you know what pass the parcel is. I do not know what pass the parcel is. Do Brits even speak English? Alright. Helene, shaky. Margaret? No one replies. Silence. Across the stream, a body tumbles to the ground. Serafina emerges, standing over the body. Helene, kiss too. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. Sorry, Mariners. What is past the parcel game? Pass the Parcel is a classic party game where gift is wrapped in multiple layers of paper. Players sit in a circle. Pass the parcel when music plays. When the music stops, person holding the package unwraps one layer. The process repeats until the final prize is revealed. Yeah, I've never heard of this. Pass the Parse, also known as Pass the Present in North America, is a classic British party game. Yeah, not a common American thing. Sorry, Mariners. I thought that was a universal game. Oh, I'm sure there's games that Americans think everyone plays that would be like, what are you talking about? What's the point in a birthday without pass the parcel? It's right up there with dishwasher trout on the list of weirdest shit on the planet. Startled. Alright. Silence. Across the stream, a body tumbles to the ground. Seraphina emerges, standing over the body. Que es tu? Seraphina. I am Seraphina. Helene glances to the body, questioning. Seraphina. He is not important. Helene shifts her sights back to Seraphina, expectant. Seraphina. But you are. Americans have a great American foods, though, like hamburgers and French fries. Yeah. And it probably technically didn't originate in America, but American barbecue, I would say, is the best barbecue in the world. I know the Koreans would probably disagree, and I'm sure other countries would probably disagree, but yeah. Were you disappointed at the World Cup defeat? I had no emotion to it. Major and I were playing some Fortnite with another friend. She was watching it, and she was very into it. Yeah. I am not surprised, so I am not disappointed. I did see a funny, I did see something funny on Instagram about it. It was unintentionally funny, I believe, but so North America is hosting the World Cup, and the three countries represented actually playing in the World Cup are Canada, the United States, and Mexico. Given the shenanigans, I was delighted. That is also fair. And so, since all three of them have been eliminated, someone made a graphic, say, with like the first letter of each country next to each other, and like the flags of each country within the letters, kind of highlighting that they were all eliminated. And we took a delicate, beautiful pastry like the croissant and turned it into a goddamn croissant. But if you think about the first letter of each of the countries, Canada, United States, Mexico, and put them in that order, it becomes unintentionally funny when someone's talking about soccer and countries being eliminated from the World Cup, and they spell out something else. I thought it was funny. Anyway, moving on. Who beat Mexico? I don't know. Alright. Serafina. I am Serafina. Helene glances to the body, questioning. He is not important. Helene shifts her size back to Serafina, expectant. Serafina. But you are. Serafina looks over Helene, inspecting. You should not be alive, but here you are. Not even a witch should have been able to survive that. So, how did you? Oh, England beat Mexico? Well done. You should not be alive. But you... Okay, so I want to change this to... No witch should have been able to survive that. So how did you? Tells us 4 a.m. that game ended. 4 a.m. Oh, so it was like middle of the afternoon for us. Rad's glad the U.S. lost. Thank God for pro. Oh my God, Naughty Dog. Oh. Wow. Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't, it'd be like, never mind. We're not going down that road. Anyway, Serafina, you should not be alive, but here you are. No witch should have been able to survive that. So how did you? Helene, I don't know. Serafina, no, you do not. I feel like Serafina shouldn't use conjunctions? Is that the word? Is that the right term? Word conjunction. No, that's not the word I'm looking for. Like Grandpa Santa and art. Naughty Dog is that one uncle at Christmas. uh. What's the word I'm looking for? What are words with apostrophes called? Contractions, not conjunctions. Duh. I was way off. Because you're not conjoining things, you're making them shorter by contracting them. No contractions for Serafina early on. Like a muscle, yes, you can extend and contract a muscle. Yeah, I'm not going to go back and look through that. 50 is hench. I don't know what that means. I assume it's good, so thank you, Mariners. No, you do not. Helene stands, looks to Sarah. Helene stands, looks to Serafina, inquiring. Who are you really? So she is only speaking in extensions. Sure, Rad, yes. Strong, muscular, of highest finger... I wouldn't go that far, but... Thank you, Mariners. I am a witch. Like you. Well, not exactly like you. I am a Dianic witch. Let's just shorten that. We don't need that. I'm a witch, like you. A Dianic witch. I've decided the next film I want to see, American Psycho. Nice choice. I like that one. Minions and Monsters. Oh. So, I was thinking about going to see Supergirl today, but I think I'm going to wait and maybe go try to see it next week so I can get my ticket for the Odyssey. So I'm going to try to watch that next Thursday, so there may not be a stream next Thursday. Didn't realize it was a book. Yeah, that's the next film. Oh, you're going to see Minions and Monsters, Rad? I hope you enjoy it. Two cinema trips in 1 week. Are you a billionaire? No, not even close. See, I like going on Tuesdays because it's discount day, and the only reason I'm going on a Thursday is because it's a Christopher Nolan movie. It's my favorite director, and I want to see it before it gets spoiled. Which, I understand, it's based on the Odyssey story people know. 2 cinnamon trips! But still, I want to see that movie as soon as I possibly can. Helene, who are you really? I'm a witch, like you. This one will be good because it's controversial. Which one? All the movies we've referenced except Minions and Monsters, I think, has some controversy around it. Odyssey? Yeah. Yeah. I will admit I'm a fan of Christopher Nolan, so I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt, but it is definitely not historically accurate to the time period in which it was originally intended, but not American Psycho, that's wholesome. No movie is as controversial as Polar Express. Best adaptation of the Odyssey is O Brother Where Art Thou? I will not entertain dissension in this matter. I mean, to this point, I won't disagree with you. But in like 2 weeks, my opinion will probably change. Someone had a dictionary for breakfast? Huh? Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. No. What? So if I got rid of this middle sentence, it makes it could be read like Seraphina's saying, I'm a witch like you, I'm a Dianic witch, makes it sound like she's saying Helene is one, so I need this extra buffer in there to separate those phrases out. Hey, unlike Brits, I don't just chew up words and spit them out. Dissension isn't even a word my autocorrect recognizes. Yeah, every once in a while I'll have a word that like I can't see it in my head clearly enough, and I'm just like struggling, and my autocorrect's like, I got no idea what you're going for here. You probably would put an extra L in it or something, like aluminium. Just like the revolution, we took out the U. I'm a witch like you. Well, not exactly like you. I'm a Dianic witch. You say that like I'm supposed to know what it means. I don't feel like teachings is the right word. Extra I. Oh. I wasn't sure if it was a capital I or a lowercase l. What do you call a fish with no eyes? A blind fish. Well done, team. I tried writing a lowercase I, but my phone... Doesn't matter what you... Oh, that's sad. Alright, chat. I need help. What word should we use for... like, guidance? No, that's not right. The direction is closer. Prophecy? No, she's not... I don't view her as prophetic, more opinion, philosophy. Yeah, philosophy might be right. The ideology, the doctrine, the wisdom, principles. Maybe principles? Mariners has an idea? Code seems to mount. No, philosophy is a good one though. Okay. We follow the philosophies of the goddess Diana. We follow the principles. I kind of like principles. We follow the principles of the goddess Diana. Fight oppression. Fight oppression so all witches can live free. PLDS? Okay. Because she's this principal of the school. Yeah. Principal is one of those words that I mess up, like counsel and counsel. One's a verb, one's a noun, but they're like one letter apart. Principal is another one like that. Whatever. It's late. I'm tired. Funny, you're doing a witch story and you can't spell. Not wrong. She would say headmistress, though. Maybe. Mariner's making fun of me and my spelling while spelling something incorrectly. Well done. Capital and capital or another one. Yeah. We follow the principles of the goddess Diana, fight oppression so all witches can live free. We protect witches from hunters. Just shot a bullet at the mirror with that mess. So we're talking about witch principles. Yes. We follow the principles of the goddess Diana, fight oppression on all witches. Nevermore. Hi, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? How's your week going so far? Mariners is choosing the raid. Oh, wow. Yeah, it is almost that time. We might not get through this scene. It's okay. It's okay. No one panic. Good, good. Just did some overtime at work. Nice. Gonna be doing that for the rest of the week or two. I hope you're getting well paid for it. Will it be good? I don't know. Judge, hi, hello, welcome in. This is not Celtics. There we go. This is Writer Duet. I prefer it over Celtics. I used to use that, but no, that command's been around for a while, Mariners. Major set it up a while ago because we had a couple people asking what I was using. Mariners. Yeah, Mariners recommended Writer Duet to me. The software that I've been using for like a decade. Well done. Nice. Didn't recognize him, was curious, so not use Celtics reus. Yeah, no worries. Also told me he should start. Oh, you told me I should start doing screenwriting. Well, we appreciate that, Mariners. Mariners go met him in a different community. Oh, nice. You know, I used to think you had to be a good screenwriter, then the writer of Supergirl never wrote a complete screenplay before and got $1 million. Yeah. Inspiring the people. Really shows how high the bar is. Yeah. Wasn't for me. 50 would never have seen a movie. Mariners, I think I've seen more movies this month than you have seen. Well, maybe not this month, because I don't think I've actually watched any movie so far this month. But we'll say last month.
I like this one.
Yeah, I used to use Celtics when it was free, but then the reason I stopped using it is because of the free version, they started using watermarks that said, like, created in Celtics or something like that. So I was like, no, I don't want that because that makes it look super immature. And that's why I moved to Writer Duet. But Writer Duet does have a free version and a premium version, but the free version doesn't have that watermark. Watch the Bob's Burgers movie. That was great. I actually never got into Bob's Burgers, but I do like H. John Benjamin. You showed on Final Draft years ago? Yeah. That's what everyone says is the industry standard, so that's what everyone uses. So it is what it is. It's like $18 is not bad. Pay like 60. Oof. Hate getting water on my screenplays. Rad, don't get water on your screenplays. Yeah, that used to be Celtics' big advantage, but yeah. When I was 19, I didn't have 150 to spend on software, so Celtics. Yeah, when I first got in to screenwriting as well, it was kind of the same. I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on something I wasn't sure how much I would stay into it. And then, yeah, I stayed with it. But if you have the watermark, can't use it. Yeah. Water leaves a lot of marks. Oh, I see what you're saying, doing there, Rad. I got you. I'm back with you. Watermarks, water leaves mark. uh, where's my percentage of the $18? I don't know, Mariners. You'll have to talk that over with Naughty Dog. Oh, it's no worries, Judge. We like having people in here having discussions. Um, it's completely fine. If I wanted to just put my head down and write, I wouldn't be doing it on stream, so I like talking with people while I write. So are you gonna go more indie filmmaking? So all the stuff that I write tends to be would require a large budget, we will say. Well, a medium-ish budget or more. So a lot of it I probably couldn't do on my own, but I just write because I like writing. I like taking ideas and seeing if I can make them into coherent and enjoyable stories that I think would make interesting movies. Yeah, that's kind of what we do around here. This is day... No, it's day 68. If it wasn't for us, he would have done 30 days ago. Yeah, I mean, people have been saying Hollywood is dying for years. They just... I think it just changes the way they do things. Jeez. Oh, Mariner, Naughty Dog. Do I need to separate you two? You're a passionate screenwriter yourself, so scrolling channels, saw Fiddy working on a script. I was like, awesome, I'm in there. Nice. Yeah, I got into screenwriting about 15 years ago just as a hobby because I like movies and I had some ideas, and then I've just kind of continued writing on my own and had the idea, let's try to write something on stream with chat and see how it goes. So that's what we've been doing here. Oh, you Nevermore thinks Hollywood is actually dead, not dying. Fair. Yeah, it is. Ever since COVID, especially, it's definitely slowed way down from what it was before, and I don't think we'll ever quite get back to that level. But, I mean, they're still making billions of dollars every year. Yeah, there have been quite a few bad movies this year. Like, I've only seen a handful so far, but there's only like one or two that were not like really bad. So, I hope it turns it around. Toy Story 6. I want to see Toy Story 5, but I'm waiting until streaming for that. Name me a Brie Larson movie. I don't know who that is, Mariners. Mariners or Majors here. Mariners. I thought you were trying to make a different kind of joke. Majors has been here. She's just been trying to collect little buddies in Fortnite as well. She's a multitasker. So Mariners, you just want a Brie Larson movie? Short Term 12. That is a very good movie. You just rage quit? Oof. Yeah, they need to have like no sweat times. I was gonna Fair enough, Mariners. Someone followed you off the bus again? The dude who made the Mandela effect on YouTube just got an offer of drag, so there's the negative side of giving social media filmmakers a shot. We're gonna sad. Yeah, it's kind of a running joke that Hollywood always learns the wrong lessons, and so when like Obsessions and Backrooms became big hits, everyone's like, "Oh, what's the wrong lesson Hollywood's gonna take from these?" And looks like that's what it's gonna be. Food was delicious. Big fan of food. Nice. Yeah. Whenever Major posts food pictures in the Discord, I'm always like, I want to have some of that as well. For real, Chris Stuckman, Markiplier taught that lesson. Oof. I haven't seen either of those movies, so I cannot say. Alright, what even am I doing? So we're on page 26, scene 32. 3226. Writing that so I don't forget next time. For real, Chris Tuckman and Markiplier. Oh, I already read that. Consider yourself. Markiplier is never. Oof. Yeah, I've never seen any of his stuff on YouTube or his movies, so yeah, I don't know. He used to want to become a filmmaker, went to school for it, but now love for the industry is pretty much dead. Wish newcomers a lot of love. And yeah, I can completely understand that. I have gone on a rant or two about how much the industry is gate kept, how much gatekeeping there is in the industry, that it's basically impossible to break in unless you happen to know the right people. It's really not based on merit or how good someone is at something. Markiplier is like a watermark, but for pliers. And that's number 54 for Rad. Well done. It's annoying that there's just so many of us who hate it. Yeah, I've definitely heard of quite a few people who are in the same boat. Brad, I looked, I saw it. Well done. You got 54 dad jokes. I'm proud of you, buddy. Place Marco right into corporate film or marketing after film school, job security. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we ran out the clock on stream. Good job, everyone. Let's see who is streaming that we can read over to. Oh, that's right. Mariners redeemed Choose the Raid, so it is up to Mariners. Serious goob, please. So it shall be. Nice. I'll be here again. Thanks. Nice. Glad you enjoyed being here, and we will be back on Thursday at the same time to do some more editing and such. Can't miss the big 69 after. Yeah, next stream's gonna be day 69. All right. We got the raid set up. I'm gonna disappear. As I said, next stream will be Thursday. We'll be editing, and then Sunday we will be. Odyssey would be next week, Major. So, but yeah. Major was paying attention. I just wasn't clear that that was next week. Yeah, I got to get my ticket still, so that's why I might go see. I want to see it super early. Hearing the reviews, I'm like, I want to see it instead of just hearing what other people thought about it. But yeah, Thursday we will be back editing this, and then Sunday we are starting up a new project. We are going to start writing Captain Marvel 3 on stream on Sundays. And yeah, that's the plan. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, thank you everyone who stopped by, hung out, lurked, chatted, all the stuff, all the things. I appreciate it, and hope you have a good week, and I will see you next time.
Thanks for checking out my channel. Do whatever you want. Live your life. Hope you're happy in your body. Much love to you, and see you around.